Right, I've just had a nice cup of coffee made by my host here.
Don't push it.
Just trying to think where we were before. All right, so you've left the move, and
Yeah.
did you go? You had a breakdown, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you go straight from leaving the move into like a rehab, or was there some time before that happened?
The time span I ain't too sure of, but I mean, I left the move and I was in a bad way. So I did have to, I'd seen some doctors somewhere, and in them days, 1968, if you went to a psychiatric hospital, they give you a drug called Ligato, which meant you're no more walking around the hospital like picking zombies, you know. Or you could have electric shock treatments. I mean, it's in like nowadays. You get like thousands of tranquilizers and pills, and that was basically all they would give you then. And I agreed when it's in St Matthews. That was it in Lichfield for the 6 electric shock treatments. And they are the most awful thing in the world.
Do you remember when you're having it done?
No, what happened was when they tell you roughly what it is, but once you sign that piece of paper, if you change your mind and you want to get out of it, they'll carry you down and do it.
Will they?
Yeah, you've got to have it once you can't get out of it. But that's when it felt like fucking angels with dirty faces going down to be executed, you know. And the first time I had it done, you having courses of 6, so I had 6. But the first time I hadn't got a clue what was going to happen. But you wake up, you don't know where you are, and you say, "Are you going to do it?" They say, "We've done it," and you can't remember.
So they put you to sleep before they give you
They
the shot?
give an injection. But funnily enough, this is, a lot of people don't know this. I don't know if this is well, if it puts them off, good, because it's the most fucking sort of inhuman things you could do to anybody. So I better stop doing it. But if they'll give you an injection, right? And the injection is what they call it is the truth serum. You know the truth serum that is in drugs in spy films.
Yeah.
I can't forget the name of it now. Well, that is what they give you.
Oh.
And the reason they give you that is because when they first knock it out, the psychiatrist, or after, as you're coming round, or you're still asleep after the treatments, they can ask you questions, can't they? So whatever it is they ask you, you tell them everything, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, they don't tell you that. I can't think what the bloody name of the drug is now. Anyway, it's a true serum you find out afterwards that knocks you out. Then they damp your head and put these electric roads on your head. And when I went the first time, I thought, what's all that? There was about half a dozen, and I'm standing around the bed. I thought, what the fuck is all this about? They can't be that interested. They must have done it before. Anyway, when they hit you, put this thing on your head and your temples, and they hit you with that, your body goes into spasms, doesn't it? So the oldest people around the bed, they hold you down. Because otherwise you fall off the bed, you break your leg or something.
Yeah.
So they hold you down. And of course the electricity going through your body, for days afterwards, you can't, like you're doing today, you have aches and pains everywhere.
Yeah.
In your arms and legs. And you can't remember anything. But that's what it's for. You blot your memory out. But the first time it was good for me because I went in and I had that done, and I come out and I formed the Ace Kefford stand, I thought, what have I been worrying about? I can't. Who am I? Where am I? You know what I mean? But no more, nothing like that. I've got my confidence back, sort of thing. And then it wears off, and it's and then I'll do another 2 lots. So I through the period of time over the last, say, first 10 years of me life in and out of hospitals, I had 18
different.
18 treatments, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, some people are having one. They're
Yeah.
trying to sue the bloody
Yeah.
National Health for compensation. Yeah, but it does affect your memory. And yet now, my memory, you know my memory's brilliant.
Oh, it's
now.
brilliant,
Sharp
yeah.
as a fucking razor, mate.
Yeah.
I don't forget fuck all from the past. But, yeah, so I had to go through all that stuff, and that was... But I've been in a dozen different psychiatric hospitals.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until 30 years ago when I first moved here, 27 years, and I went to the doctor around the corner, which was my old doctor, Dr. Ashmore. He says, can you come round? I want you round here every night. He says, about 6 o'clock when we close the surgery. I wanted to see how I was getting. I've got in some days, and I was chatting away, and I got in there like day after, and I was down in the dumps, and he had to talk to one of his doctors at the hospital, one psychiatrist, and he said, "You're bipolar, Chris." He said, "I preserved you now. You come in one day, look, you can't shut you up. You come in the next day and you're growing your arse out."
So it wasn't until all those years later that somebody actually told you?
Yeah. But like Keith Smart says to him, and I told him, he says, "You wouldn't have had to go through all that, Chris," he said, "if they'd have told you in the first place. But you got to go through it, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, they wouldn't... bipolar wasn't recognised till a few years ago, when it should be 20, 30 years. Spike Milligan bought a campaign for it because the psychiatrist said he didn't exist. Stephen Fry, he had a campaign about it. But now they acknowledge it as but I think you got more people on the fucking National Health on bipolar than any other. Perhaps it says you to swing. You know what I mean?
And yet Spike Milligan was one of the funniest people, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, that's what it is. I mean, it's not a madness, or it's just a chemical imbalance.
Yeah.
Van Gogh
was
bipolar. But, you know, you one side of your brain or whatever, I don't know, I might be wrong, is creative, and the other side is boring arsehole, I suppose.
Yeah.
But it's your creative side that creates all the paintings that he did and all the music that a lot of people do of bipolar.
Yeah.
It's from your creative side of your brain. So... I've got booked in for a new brain, by the way.
When would you say was your lowest or like your worst time of your life?
The worst time of my life. You're pretty bad at the time for about 40, 50 years, really. But I was never going to give up. I'd always counter on the next thing, you know what I mean? But the very last thing that come in was rehab. But I couldn't go to rehab in Birmingham because all the folks living in Birmingham, they'd be around saying, there, you'd be pissing off back home every night, wouldn't you? So you've got to get away from your family, basically. It sounds right, but you got to. In that situation, your family's no good for you. So I had to go up to Bradford. But when I arrived in Bradford, I went to the rehab, and I met a lovely woman called Anne, who was an ex-psychotherapist, and she'd been helping me, and she drove me up there. Now, I took out the back of her car, the boots of the car, a plastic bag, bin liner, with some T-shirts and a couple of pairs of jeans, and I got an acoustic guitar, and that was it.
That you lot, was it?
That was my loss after 40 years. After being, I lost my house, I lost my wife, I lost my kids, I lost everything, man. So I think it was about time we kind of go to rehab, Chris.
Yeah.
Something's wrong, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I hadn't got a penny in my pocket.
No.
I couldn't even buy any tobacco. So that was the lowest time of my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know, what do? You just look for the next thing. You just keep trying to crawl out the hole, don't you? Basically.
I remember seeing a photo in Record Collector, an interview you did with Record Collector, and they had a photo of you sitting in a chair
Oh yeah.
where you looked a bit rough, to put it politely.
Oh no. Well, I'll just come out of rehab.
Yeah.
But it was I'd made contact with Gary somehow.
Yeah.
I can't remember, and I asked him if he'd seen the Rise of Life. I said, he says, you look fucking shit. I did.
Yeah.
It's not that bad, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I can't see sections, some in between, or when it was, I can still get mixed up with some of it. But yeah, that's what happened. And
It must have been a terrible strain on the family as well. Were Mum and Dad still alive around
the,
then?
the old man was still alive.
Yeah. How did he cope?
I didn't want anybody to come see me. I don't, you know, so I'll just get on with it, man. You know what I mean?
So you didn't see him for a long time then?
No, then when I got me flats,
Yeah.
that was when me and the old man started building our relationship up. He used to come up to Bradford and stop with me in the flats.
Yeah.
And years ago, we couldn't even be in the same room as each other, man. You know what I mean? The atmosphere was terrible. And we'd finish up fight, arguing. You know? But he gave us a chance to rebuild
Yeah.
our relationship, and he was great.
Yeah.
So that was the useful part of it.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, all you got is your family, man. You ain't got nothing else. Everything else don't fucking matter, does it really? It's all material shit, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's like how my mum would always say that I won't to anybody else. I just do it to myself all the time.
Yeah.
That's the way she looks at it.
Yeah.
And I know that's untrue. I know that you do affect your family. That is the truth.
Yeah.
But our mum was so innocent in her attitude that that's what she always reckoned. But she was proud. Well, I used to go over every Christmas Eve, pick her up and take her for a drink. Snowball. She liked the snowball.
Yeah.
And by the time I got to the counter, the bar, and got the drinks and got back, and the old man was there as well, she told everybody in the room who it was.
All right.
So we'll give it a try. This is him. This is him. Yeah, look. First record on Radio 1.
Oh, she's obviously proud of you.
Yeah, but I was a cringe. That's what she used to say. You should be proud of it, what you've achieved in life and all that. But, yeah.
Well, you should be proud of it.
Yeah, well, I couldn't say that then.
Yeah, well, you didn't see it for many years, did you?
No,
Didn't
no.
want to talk about it.
It's resentment in it. Everybody's ruined my life, isn't they? To me.
Yeah.
And I forget my part in it.
Yeah.
It was me that took all the LSD at Rywood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You say you can't blame other people, man. But yeah, but she, you know, she was great, Algo.
when you formed the Ace Kefford stand, just going back a bit as well, and you recorded were recording an album, is it right that you just walked out of the recording sessions for that?
I did that before the Ace Kefford.
Did you?
Yeah, when I moved to a cottage in Whittington, Lichfield, and Tony was on the phone. She says, I've got this producer, Tony Visconti, who was who produced Dummy Bear. He said, and I'd met Tony anyway. He did string arrangements for The Move.
Yeah.
And some of them was his. The orchestral ones were also going.
Yeah, he did the strings on Flowers in the Rain, didn't he? What about Mist on a Monday Morning?
That's what I was trying to think of. Yeah, Mist on a Monday. So I met Tony anyway, and I thought we was doing demos. I don't know why. I just did. So I said, I don't want to turn. You can just get the musicians. So I wouldn't go out the door, man. I don't want to get out of London. I was that paranoid. And so what he did was he put a lot of musicians together. Then I sneaked down to London, get in the studio and put a vocal on. And that was it. That's how we did that album, like that. And I played on Trouble in the Air, which is a good rocking number. I was playing guitar, not guitar solos, but smashing the guitar. It sounded really punky, right? Way before punk. And I did that, but and I'd be there like, and if anybody come in the fucking room, I was like, what the fuck's this shit? Paranoid to fuck, man.
So you didn't really trust anybody, is that
No.
And were you interested in who the musicians were?
I didn't know that. I don't know what that was.
Jimmy Page on one track.
Oh, I heard Jimmy Page had been in and done something, but I wasn't there when he did it.
Yeah.
As I was too paranoid to. But I put an acoustic guitar on the White Mask.
Yeah.
And when I played it when I went down to London 20 years ago now, whatever it is, to release that album. That track, it got all bloody guitars and drums and just used it as an acoustic guitar, which I played on anyway. And he fitted, that White Mask is like a folky type of thing.
Yeah.
A protest thing. And that was about the only things I contributed to, actually.
Yeah.
The original type. But, so anyway, but, I just couldn't get down there anymore. I just couldn't do it anymore. Mum used to drive me down there, and I'd be like, oh, fuck, I don't want to go in the studio. I'm like, really fucking paranoid, man. It's funny you can laugh at it, but I thought, I'm out there now, there's people going through it themselves, and it's not funny when it's fucking happening to you. No, fucking ain't, man. That's why people top themselves, isn't they?
Yeah.
I can understand it, because you can't take anymore. It's like you forget how to fucking function, man. Yeah. Anyway, do you want a funny story?
Yeah, go on then.
I'll give you a funny story. When we was on the Hendrix tour, we won all smashing tellies and all that good, it's all bullshit half the time. Bev used to go to bed every night and read a book. We would have nothing to do with drugs or anything, Bev. Oh no, man, but he was happy doing that, Bev. But as soon as you heard like somebody's room tonight all in the same hotel, it's a load of dope, everybody's getting smashed, so everybody goes down to that room, So I went down to that room, and Jimmy was in there as well. And they got this thing where you bend forward and you show me ankles. You bend forward and you get your ankles like that, and you gotta up on your ass, up to the next person, right, opposite you. Never even, and as me doing with the Hendrix, So what you got to do is get your toe and chip him up, and you've won.
Oh.
What? I don't know. But when you smash, you do anything, don't you?
Yeah.
So there's me. Hendrix comes towards me, and me going towards him, and I tipped him up, and he rolled over backwards, right? But the funniest part about it was, he got a big hole in his sock with his fucking big toe sticking out, and it destroys the illusion, really.
Yeah, it would do, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, the things you do out of boredom, innit, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you a funny story. I got 1,000,000 of them. What'd you tell us that one?
Yeah, you were telling me about the cottage that you moved into in a place called, is it Inkborough?
Yeah, in England,
Yeah, yeah.
It was actually the bloke who wrote The Archers originally. I think he lived in Bishampton around the corner.
Right.
But he used Inkborough. And what they called The Archers. What was the village in The Archers?
Yeah.
I can't remember. But anyway, the village in The Archers.
Ambridge?
Ambridge,
Yeah.
that was it. That's what it was,
Based on that.
based on that.
Yeah.
So.
Is that the cottage that Ozzy came to and you went down to the pub with Ozzy?
Oh,
and-
yeah. Well, his big move fan Ozzy was, because, they never had great success until after the move with Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
And a friend of his, an old mate of mine, Spence, I was a knock on the door. And we was in the cottage, Reg, my uncle Reg, he moved to Spain. And he wanted us, me and Chris, the three of us was in the Chantels together, to do some tapes of Run Around Sue or whatever, so he could take those tapes to Spain, play them over the PA speakers and sing along to them.
Oh, yeah.
So, I think it's one of the first times I've ever heard anybody doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, they do it now, don't they, with karaoke and all that. But he was going to do that. So anyway, there was a knock on the door. And Spence come in and says, I brought some mates of mine. He said, mate, Chris. And it was Ozzy. And he was great. He's sitting listening to us, and all that. And we finished up in the pub, obviously. And we had a few drinks, and then he shot off. But by the time he was rehearsing at Bishampton with the Sabbath. But he shot off in his big American car. Spence was driving, but and when he got there to rehearse, they'd all gone home. And Spence found me this day. He says, Ozzy's left or is leaving Sabbath. He wants to know if you play bass for him. I said, but I couldn't do it, man.
No.
No, I said in that first interview, I would have died. But nothing to do with Ozzy. I won't say I would die because it was with Ozzy.
Right.
I'm saying I would have died. Imagine me then. I know what I am like. I'd started drinking a lot then.
Yeah.
I'd have gone to America with free drugs and I'd have killed myself.
Yeah.
So I had to say no. And plus I hadn't got any bottle. No, it's all gone now. I don't think I could have walked on stage. I was too scared.
And you became friends with John Bonham as well, didn't you?
I was always friends with John. But when I first met John, he was about 16.
All right.
Yeah, and I think he was then he first started playing with The Way of Life.
Yeah.
With me, Uncle Reg and Uncle Chris. Because they are my uncles, but Chris is 9 months older than me. Reg was about 3 or 4 years older than me. So we were all our brothers, really.
Yeah.
Because they were my mum's brothers, so they were my uncles.
Yeah.
And, I was to, he was, gosh, man. They used to play us about a place called Bull's Head, I think it was, in Coventry Road. And I'd come back with The Move, like me and Jenny. We'd go up and see the wildlife. Nice to get up and do a few songs with them. And he's coming from the bar and he's got a tray full of beer, full of bitter, I think it was. And I walk in, I said, right, John, I said, do you want a drink? And he goes, oh, I put the bitter. Then he stick the bitter under his tom-tom drum. They play a song, and he'd reach down, he'd drink the bitter, full point, wallop, and throw the glass over his head, smashed on the wall at the back.
Really?
Yeah, and do another song, fuck another one, what? He's great. Yeah.
I've heard people say that he was a nice guy, though.
Oh, you got to ask old John. He was.
Yeah.
I'm the same. I was probably the same. On met Keith Moon a few years ago, and they're all the same. Lovely blokes until they get beer inside.
Yeah.
Anything's liable to happen, you know.
Yeah.
Well, you're that drunk, you don't know what the fuck you're doing there.
Yeah.
That's the truth of it. You say nothing clever.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you get a reputation if you go, and that's what Mooney was good bloke, man. Nice kid, really was. I went and had a drink with him once. I was at the Marquee in London in the bar. Somebody tapped me on the shoulder, and the bar was absolutely packed. Yeah, and so he was Keith Moon. And because we were smashing Italians, them smashing, they knew what The Move was, like, and we played with them a couple of times. And he said, he's packed in here. He said, fancy you're on the ship? And the ship was a farmer's pub up the road on the corner where all musicians from the market used to go and have a drink.
Yeah.
And so we went up there, and I got a couple of guys with me. We've been doing some in the studios in London. And we worked up there, and they stood at the bar. They never come and sat with us or anything wrong. And me and Keith, we were just talking about The Move and The Who, and having a good old laugh. But he wasn't drunk or anything, and we had a couple of drinks, and he said, I've got to go now. I said, I'll see you later. He'd be Rolls Royce, that's all right. And he shut off, like. And then these two guys, I forget who that was, wasn't it? Said, oh, is that was Keith Moon? Yeah. He said, he didn't do anything. What did you want him to do? Yeah. This is our reputation, like.
Yeah.
John had the same thing as well. And yet they're the nicest blokes you could meet, funny enough. I mean, John was... I'm going to say this now because I've kept this secret for 40 years.
Oh, we've got a secret coming up, have we?
Yeah, we've got a secret coming up. I was in the cottage one day, and I heard this fucking almighty row outside. And I thought, that's Bonzo, ain't he? But he got one of his hot rods.
Yeah.
And it was John, like, and we went up the pub. And he said, he was ever so quiet, like, I thought, there's something wrong there, you know. He says, I'm thinking of leaving Led Zeppelin. I said, fucking what? He said, I'm thinking of leaving Led Zeppelin for whatever reason, I don't really know. And he said, would you, he'd always want to play the drums the rest of his life, no matter what he'd do, you know. He said, would you form a band with me if I do leave? And I said, I don't know, yeah. I said, I'll have to think about it. I said, same reason with Ozzy, except, over there with all that booze and drugs, and I'll be dead. And not being able to face, anything that big. See, it won't be you're going to be playing local pub, is this? John Bonham's no band. You're going to be back. But all John wanted to do really was have more time.
Yeah.
If his own band, play America or something, still do records or whatever. But you could spend more time with Pat and the kids on the farm. He goes to the farm, he likes his tractor, he got on the tractor. He goes to like a pub down the fucking road, man, you know, he's got it made. So, I mean, you go away with Led Zeppelin, you're away for months on end.
Yeah.
And I think, I never spoke to him about it, but I think that's what it must have been.
Yeah.
It must, and then he went, and that was the last time I seen him alive.
Yeah.
But when we did that interview last time, I said something that sounded flippant to myself.
Right.
I said that he was the richest man in the graveyard. I thought it sounded so serious the way I was going on. I wanted to just turn it into a joke.
Yeah.
And so that's what I said.
Yeah.
I wish I hadn't said it. I would have sounded a right prat.
Yeah.
But if anybody ever thought I'd ever say a word about John like that, you know, if you want a joke, you're wrong.
Well, you've always told me that you thought the world of him.
I thought the world of him.
Yeah.
I know it is. Which I sort of do now.
Yeah. Yeah. Didn't you end up with a clothes shop? Shall we move on to that? Is that something you want to talk about?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah, because I've heard people say that they used to go
I've
to...
noticed that, yeah.
Yeah, what was it called?
Ragbag.
Ragbag.
Yeah, it was in Redditch. And, yeah, all the clothes now in the Move photos. I love clothes in the 60s and all that. So fashion conscious for a while. I always thought, I can fucking get a boutique together.
Yeah.
And funny enough, the message from Frank and Oasis on the message we did Christmas.
Right.
Was where I used to go and talk to Frank and Sue in Oasis boutique.
Oh, right.
In, do you know it? In Birmingham, Oasis, like all in downstairs, all different people selling hippie clothes.
Yeah.
And that's when I got the idea of Ragbag named Frank. And I went to the car. I didn't really look into it. I just noticed there was a shop empty in Redditch. And I just thought, yeah, it'd be great, that one, you know, go and get loads of clothes and wear them and put them back and all that. And I still would give it a go. I got a mountain one to paint all the windows, psychedelic windows up on the thing. And I opened it up, and there's a few writes about the paper, and pictures of me and Jen, my wife, looking at all the clothes and all that. And I thought, wow, this is going to be great, isn't it? There's loads of people fucking turn up for the opening. We never stop serving people all day. I thought, well, this is going to be great, you know. You're arm aching. And yeah, I thought it was going to be good. But then after that initial opening, nobody was coming in.
Oh.
2 or 3 people a day. But what they've done is they shut all off the roads in Redditch, building a new, you know, the ring road around Redditch and all that. And they had to cut all the roads. They cut Evesham Street off. And at the top of Evesham Street, there was a cafe in the corner, but just next door to me, there was my boutique, there was a restaurant. They all had to close down. They came no customers. People couldn't get up there past all the gadgets, fenced off and all that. And so I had to close it. I was getting fed up of sitting there all day and twiddling my thumbs, man. A couple of quid. So, yeah,
How long did it last then?
About 9 months.
Well, you gave it a shot. Was it second-hand clothes or?
No, I was going to London, because to wholesalers and
yeah.
The trouble was, I was going down to London. You know, there's these flared trousers with all the embroidery over and all that, and Afghan coats and all that. I'll go down to London and buy all that, bring it back up. And as I say, before they shut, the roads completely, on a Saturday, you get quite a few of the young kids started coming in.
Yeah.
They stopped. They're all going to our houses in Birmingham.
Oh.
Well, even though it's on your doorstep, and it's the same clothes. It was a day out, wasn't it? Got the bus to Birmingham, go and have something to eat and
Yeah.
get all our houses and get some. So, it didn't work.
I mean, you said about you love clothes, and just briefly going back to the Move, they went into so many different sort of styles, didn't they? One minute they were rockers, and then it was all flower power, and then it was smart suits. Which have you got like a favourite of those images? That
The gangster suits was the first one we had.
yeah,
Bro, you got the coat, so I give you the coat, didn't I?
yeah.
The gangster suits.
Yeah, I should just add here that Ace gave me one of his jackets that he wore in the Move that I got at home.
But
But they kept changing image all the time. Was that?
well, we had coloured suits.
Yeah,
I had
were
the
bright,
pink
weren't they?
suits, orange and turquoise.
yeah,
And Tony reckoned that's where the Beatles got their idea for in Sgt. Pepper.
yeah.
All the
Oh,
bright
yeah.
colours. He reckoned.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
might have been bullshit.
Yeah,
But that was the formal, proper suits.
yeah,
I mean, I seen you was with me when I seen Raymond Froggy's in
Yeah.
Trevor's dressing room.
yeah,
And Froggy says it was sensational, that first photograph of the Move in them suits, when that first original photograph.
in the different coloured suits.
No, in
The black and white one.
The black and white one,
Yeah.
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 It's just the image, like all the other groups, it blew their minds, man, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
She was like back to wearing suits again, really.
yeah,
You know, everybody being dressed in mod and everything, and all of a sudden the Move come out, dressed in suits.
yeah,
But
yeah.
it,
They
was-
were.
It was good.
There were some good photos that come out of that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I don't know where that was shot, but you were standing with a group of children as well. Quite
Oh,
a
that
famous
was
sort of
in,
photo. Where was that taken?
The Gorbals in Scotland.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
The
Well,
Move.
you sent me that one with them adapted movies,
Yeah.
And I'm sure that them kids, I'm sure that I said to you, that was the goal, because that's how the Gorbals was
Yeah, yeah,
when we were there. You got all those kids running around with the arse hanging out of trousers,
yeah.
fucking building fires and yeah. And I was just standing there with them photos, and those two little kids come up, looking at me
Looking up
like
at you.
that, and just grabbed my hands.
yeah.
And the photographer, he just
Clicked it right.
Clicked it right, yeah.
I wonder. I mean, they probably don't. They probably still around and don't know that they were in that famous photo.
Probably. But you know, the thing is,
Oh, getting stiff.
I am stiff. I can't get it stiff. Yes, that's what you mean. What I forgot to say was when I was in that first nut house in Lichfield, and I was having that first course of shock treatments, me and Jen were sitting outside in this ground, and they have a coffee outside, and there's a big pool, but a little pool about as big as that table, and there was fish in it, obviously, and we're sitting talking, and I think, fucking hell, fish are big, and there's fucking water splashing all over the fucking place. So I looked in there, and it was a little girl at the bottom of the pool, fucking drowning.
Really?
Yeah. So I grabbed her and pulled her out of the pool, and I fortunately knocked her head on one of the bricks at the side, so it big bruise on her head. But I got her out, and the mum and dad come running up, and, you know, that made me feel better about myself. I just saved her life.
Saved the life of my child.
Saved her. Hey, You're getting too deep here, Marty.
There you go. There you
No, yeah, but you just said about them kids. I often think of her, that girl.
Yeah.
She'd be in her 50s or whatever now.
Yeah, yeah,
If she ever knew that.
yeah.
Yeah, because she was drowning, man. And if I had just leant over and just looked in that pool and seen that it weren't fish,
No, do you?
oh, fucking harmony in my house, man.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think we'll have another break.
Yeah,
Suck
good
on
idea.
eggs.
Yeah, my mouth's drawing
Just
up a
before we
bit.
do it, just quickly tell me like a favourite Move track of all the tracks you recorded with them. Which one do you like?
I like, actually, playing on stage. Obviously, I Can Hear the Grass Grow. I thought it was a great song. Roy, he sort of excelled himself with that song, no doubt. And the other one, which I thought was great, was Useless Information.
Useless Information.
Yeah, great song that is,
Yeah.
man. It's the lyrics to it, you know. I mean, I was writing songs with the Move or after I left the Move. But I did get a lot of ideas of with the ways of looking at the lyrics from Roy's writing, you know what I mean? Like age school or something. And don't stick to the normal procedures like.
Yeah.
You can stick to verse, chorus and all that. But make the song a bit more Whitehouse or a bit different, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sister Jane has a little book full of autographs of useless people. Seems a waste of the time she took, and it gets me mad, which makes us equal. Hundreds of people left out in the cold, wearing the shoes that were silver and gold. Useless information, tons of useless information seems to fill my head with nowhere else to go. Isn't it amazing? Mrs. Payne at the door again with the news about her operation. Will the Lord ever make the rain wash away such useless information? Hundreds of people are down in the cold, wearing the shoes that were silver and gold. Useless information, tons of useless information seems to fill my head with nowhere else to go. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing? Now you can see why conversation is dying and time is passing you by. Turn your ears to the weatherman, saying it'll be colder in December. Get your boots and your Astrakhan, it's been a safe year, so I remember. Hundreds of people left out of the town, wearing the shoes that were silver and gold. Useless information, tons of useless information seems to fill my head with nowhere else to go. Isn't it amazing? Useless information, tons of useless information seems to fill my head with nowhere else to go. Hundreds of people filling my head with useless information. Hundreds of people filling my head with useless information. Hundreds of people filling my head with useless information. Hundreds of people filling my head with useless information.
Which is when you sang lead vocal on? Is it Yellow Rainbow?
Yellow Rainbow,
Yeah. I
yeah.
think that opened the album, didn't it?
Yeah, well, the thing with me is, when people used to say about me singing, Respect or any of them songs that are coming out, In the Morning Dew or something like that, it's like a soulful voice.
Yeah.
Well, that's how I used to sing, but he won't. It's the same as the other people. You got 2 or 3 different ones. Paul McCartney
Yeah.
don't sing in one voice, does he?
Yeah.
So, like, I did all them, but when I did Yellow Rainbow, I just did in my normal type of voice, like a pop voice.
Yeah.
Everybody thought it was Trevor.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was me, yeah. But, one or 2 voices, man. It's more parts of the album, isn't it?
And there's a track on that album called Mist on a Monday Morning. I think you told me once that was just Roy.
But you're just right, yeah.
And Tony Visconti.
Yeah. The Girl Outside, Trevor sung that one.
Yeah.
Because I went to a pub in Birmingham one night and 2 kids come up to me and there was a band called Ocean Colours singing.
Yeah.
And they were big Move fans. So I didn't know there was. And I did later on. But the one kid says, I'm talking to the guy who sung The Girl Outside. I says, you ain't? I says, that's him there, Trevor. I said, go and have a word with them. I said, Trevor song, because they love that song, The Girl Outside. And them are the 2 tracks where the group weren't on any of them 2 tracks.
Yeah.
It was just Roy and Augusta.
Yeah. I mean, you must have made lots of recordings during your lifetime. I mean, some people say to me, "Oh, has Ace got this? Has Ace got that?" But you haven't got any sort of like tapes here, have you, of any old recordings?
No.
So they're either lost in time or been...
Yeah, I can't remember. But the thing is that recording is had on YouTube at the moment of me on an acoustic guitar in the cottage in Inkborough. I don't know who's put that on.
No.
But that's all there is. But that's just, I think there's about half a dozen songs on there.
Yeah.
Me on acoustic.
Yeah.
But there's probably loads of them out there, because when I did anything like that, I'd send them away to record companies.
Yeah.
And you never get the tape back.
Oh, right, that might be...
So they go somewhere, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah. Or maybe you moved out of the house and they were left up in the attic or something.
No attic.
No attic?
No, I slept in the attic. No, we couldn't... Anyway, I'm quite chuffed that's out, actually, because the song sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, people have asked me about them and even asked me if it was really you on the tracks, you know. So.
That's what I'm saying, it's because that double voice thing in it, you know. I mean, you know, there's Stevie Winwood type of voice.
Yeah.
And then having a pop voice.
Yeah.
And funny enough, when I sat down to write songs, I wanted to write in like Morning Dew and songs like that, or song, you know.
Yeah.
I wanted to write in that sort of thing, and I couldn't.
Oh.
Well, everything I wrote was like a pop song.
Mm.
So I just wrote them as that.
Nothing.
But I couldn't write soul music.
No.
It's so easy to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Another question I get asked sometimes is what happened to your that bass guitar that you had in The Move?
I was slam bass.
Yeah.
I swapped it for Gibson acoustic.
Oh, right.
Original Gibson acoustic.
Yeah.
But what I'd done with that is, I mean, it was a record, aren't they? They're expensive in them days. You had to import them, you know what I mean?
Mm.
So I got that because John and Engbussler got one. And we played with them, and I thought, oh, cool, what a sound, man.
Yeah.
I want to get one of them. And so I got one. And then, I don't know why, how many years, I got home to the flat one night and I got a saw out. Fucking sawed fucking horn, the top horn off. So it looked more like a ordinary Telecaster guitar.
Oh, right.
So I smoothed it off, and then one of Roy's relations or somebody sanded it down, did a new painting on the stuff, right? And then I come home another night and I got all these tins of spray paints.
Yeah.
And it was plain white, and I thought, oh. So I sprayed it all over with all these different psychedelic colours and all that. Went to the gig on the night. Went on stage, all the fucking audience screaming and all that. And I went, but no, I'd sprayed over the pickups and I bump. Luckily, they got another guitar. Probably they got me acoustic harmony.
Yeah.
So I used that. But yeah, I'd fucked it up.
I mean, some people have often asked me as well if you still played guitar, but I take it with,
No.
the way you
Maybe your hands don't work.
Yeah. Do you miss it?
Yeah, I do. I've tried playing my acoustic since my stroke, but it's like I was saying, sing us a song, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't do it, man, and just accept it and carry on with life.
Yeah. Well, as I said earlier, I think you're in a good place now, not only where you're living, but in your head as well. You certainly seem more relaxed about your past than you were when I spoke to you 10 years ago.
Right.
And you said about a lot of that is to do with that day that you spent laying on the floor.
Yeah. It all revolves around that.
Yeah. But no, we've been out a few times. As I say, we went recently to see Bev and Roy and also Trevor. So life's good for you.
Life's good, man. I'm just happy to be alive. I think I'm lucky to be alive.
Well, I think you are as well, from what you've been through.
But I think I'll give myself a pat on the shoulder. I did try committing suicide a few times, but it wasn't that serious. But it could have happened, apart from that, anything I've been faced with in the past, like going up to Bradford to go into rehab, I mean, that'd be a scary prospect, no matter how well you felt in yourself. You know what I mean? Going in there, man, scrubbing floors and stuff like that. But if you know that it's going to, not like cure, because there's any cure for anything like that. If you're going to stop, I don't drink, I don't smoke, and I don't take any drugs anymore. I make all my own dresses. But my sewing machine's busted.
I remember you telling me when you were in rehab somewhere that there was a TV show on presented by DLT, and they were recreating old 60s songs. And they made like a video for Flowers in the Rain.
We're repeating this,
Yeah, and you said to the people in the room, that's my life on there. Did they believe it, or did they think that was?
Well, they sure was an horse, didn't they?
Yeah.
One of them.
It is a sort of thing that you would say if you were in the.
Oh yeah. That's what I was doing then. But we mentioned that before.
Yeah.
But it was just a weird coincidence that I'd been watching that program with the bloke in an nurse house trying to push his bed out and escape from the nurse house.
Yeah.
And I think a couple of days before that, I only went out for a walk down the bloody pathway, and they all come out of the bushes, drag me up and give me.
Yeah.
So I was on a section, you say, but you're on a section.
Didn't do your treatment any good, I suppose, really.
No.
They probably thought.
Well, the thing is, if you play up, I told psychiatrists to fuck off and all that. And if you play up, it comes to 28 days. Now, they'll either release you after 28 days, they'll give you another 28 days.
Yeah.
And that can go on and on and on. It just all depends. They got more power than the police. But when you go involuntary, you don't realise that.
No.
They don't tell you that.
No.
If they don't think you're well enough to go back in the public, or if you're playing up, they'll keep extending the 28 days forever.
Yeah.
That's what Cuckoo's Nest is about. Fly over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Right.
And things in that film, actually, is all about nut tests. You see that?
No, I haven't seen it.
You want to watch that? It's a good film. Jack Nicholson. When I had to go into a hostel when I first come to this place, and I walked in, and he saw a lady sitting on the floorboards of radiators, to get warm. And I said, hello, Maudie, because I was sitting in the nut's house. I said, you're all right, babe? What are you doing sitting on the floor? She said, I'm freezing cold. My bedroom's freezing cold. And, it was a hostel lot, but it was like a little mini hotel sort of thing. And she was put into a mental home at the age of about 15, 16. And now she's an old lady in her 80s. And until I moved her into this hostel, she'd been in hospital all her life because she was pregnant when she was a kid. That was because she was pregnant. They stuck her in there in them days.
Unbelievable.
And she was the rest of her life stuck in the nonsense. And there was a guy I knew called Tommy, lovely old fella. And all he got a harmonica, like.
Yeah.
He was like, kiss the tune, Tommy. And he'd get up on the table and start playing his harmonica, And they come up and they took him off the table and said, come on, get down, you're not allowed up there and all. And we're all booing him, and it's just like fucking cuckoo's nest. And we're all clapping him and he's playing his harmonica off. And then one day I got back to the same hostel. And there's this old guy, Tommy, sitting on a chair by the door. I said, hello, Tommy, what are you doing here? And he just went. And all of a sudden, and he got a scar on his head. They gave him a little lobotomy, hadn't they? So that the old chap, they won't do anything but the arm. And they took his harmonica off him as well. They cut part of his brain now, so he's a zombie. Strong, isn't he?
You've certainly been through some times in your life.
Yeah, but I could have killed them bastards who were doing that. They all fell like that. And that was wrong. That was.
Not nice, is it?
Took his life away from him.
Yeah.
Just because he wouldn't do what they wanted him to do.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, man, from what I've seen in a lot of their places, from the 60s right up till 30 years ago was the last time I was in hospital. Right up to 30 years ago. Not so much the last 10 years, but then say first 20 years I've been in and out of hospitals. Some of them nurses are all bastards.
Yeah?
Yeah. But they beat him up when I've seen it all, man. Yeah.
Well, it's probably not the easiest job to have.
It's not, but a job with, you put everybody to bed early, put your feet up on the table, put the telly on, start drinking whiskey and smoking fags, and anybody who wants your help in the middle of the night, you tell them to fuck off.
Looking back, is there anything in your life that you would change? Any regrets? I suppose we've all got regrets.
The one thing I do regret is my mum sitting by the side of my bed after I took an overdose. My dad told me, he said, what are you doing, man? He said, your mum spends all night by the side of your bed, waiting for you to wake up and all that, crying her eyes out. And that's one thing I've always regretted.
Yeah.
And then that's when you can say, well, it's a bit selfish, isn't it? When you can upset people like your mum and people like that by doing tricks like that.
Yeah.
So that, it's about all though, really.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you didn't turn me away the first time I turned up at your door. I must say it was arranged. You don't want anybody just turning up on your doorstep, do you?
Ring the bell and run away.
And I think you've got a few names there.
Yeah.
that you just want to
Yeah.
give credit to.
Well, these are mainly a few names of people that have contacted you on your Facebook. And I see Dennis Ball comes with quite a lot, or Denny Ball as he calls himself now.
Yeah.
And a great fella, Denny. Good egg. He was a fantastic bass player. And you got him and his brother Dave on guitar, and you got Cozy on drums. I couldn't have asked for a better band than that, could I? Because,
Well, I remember Dave made a comment on the interview that we did 10 years ago. I can't remember exactly what he said, but he did see it and made a nice comment on it.
yeah. Oh, Dave, well, Dennis, Dave was my best mate out of all of them, or out of three of them. And we was the druggies, though, me and Dave.
Yeah.
You know, we try anything. And, yeah, he was a great bloke. I loved Dave. And I loved his guitar playing. He was fantastic. As I say, with Dennis on bass, guys on, you know. But I couldn't. I started to crack up again towards the end of the stand. I started having all these things in my head and losing my confidence and all that. And that was it. But it was a good, while it lasted, it was a good band.
I forgot to ask you about Cozy Powell.
Yeah, Cozy, yeah.
What was he like?
Great kid, lovely. Oh, talk to her. You say you got the cider apples in the board, you know. So like that. Come from Somerset. Oh, our so ancestral. And he's a good looking bloke, but you don't expect that voice to come out. Like, wow. Yeah, but he was lovely. He loved Val of us wrong. Well, he proved it, you know. Killed himself in a fucking car crash. But, yeah, he was great. That was, the three of them were great. I wish we could have stuck together, and I wish we could have. I suppose that's a regret in a way, isn't it, really? I wish we could have kept the stand together and did some more recordings and stuff, but, you know, it didn't work, so. And Dave contacted me just before he died. Because I was told Darryl and Gary, don't fucking give me one of my fucking phone number and don't give him my address, man. I was just glad to get away and be on my own and as myself, you know what I mean? Going on about doing this and doing that, so forming another band and all. So anyway, how long ago? But anyway, he said you stuff on your Cherubim Swing Clinic, isn't it? But he wrote to me because Darryl says, oh, my dad says not to give you. And I suppose you might not know who Dave was, to be honest. Gary would have done, but Darryl wouldn't. Anyway, he wrote to me and he told me he'd had the cancer, bowel cancer. And he has a morbid sense of humour, Dave. Really dark. And he says, oh, by the way, he says, if you're going to write to me, you better make it quick. In other words, I want to be here. But I did have another letter from him saying, I'm still here at the moment, Chris, and Rice and whatever. But it was a shame. Greatly missed. Anyway, I was paying tribute to Danny and his brother and everybody. I love them to death. And there's also somebody has contacted Martin a few times, and it's a kid called Budgie Burrows. And he used to be in Inkborough when I was in Inkborough. And they started a new band, young kids, and called Also the Trees. That was the name of the band. They've had about 50 albums out and big on the continent now. They've released. But Budgie left them and went to America, from what I was told. But I had a message from him after the first interview, and he's just saying how he used to come round to my cottage, and a few cans of beer, no doubt, and he brought his bass with him, and I was just teaching the riff from I Can Hear the Grass Grow. And I used to supply him with spare speakers, amps, and all that, help him with the group. So I'd like to say to you, Budgie, I hope you're having more success as well as the other lads are. And I forget exactly what you were doing, but I've seen you on a video or something. And I think I did anyway. Anyway, I just want to say, Budgie, I remember you, man. Nice kid. See you later. Terry Wallace, I did mention Terry, but I never mentioned his family. He's got two or three daughters.
I can't remember.
Anyway, I've seen his daughters at his funeral, and I've seen Cheryl, who I knew was his missus when he was with the Vikings. And he was a lovely guy, as I say, with the Vikings. He taught me the ropes, in other words, I had to be a pop star in Birmingham. And the only regret I have with Wally is the way we told him we was going to form a new band. And we never discussed it much, but we went for a meal one afternoon, and Keith Smart was there as well, I think, and a few of the musos, and there was me, Carl, and Bev, and I think Trevor must have. No, we just me, Carl, and Bev. That's with the Vikings and Terry, and Charlie just sort of come out of the blue and says, we got to tell you something. Well, I said, what's that? He says, me, this was Carl's name, me, Ace and Bev are leaving the band. He's on his own. He went to, remember one thing, and he just got up and stormed out of the restaurant, man. Because it was his whole life, and he should have been done another way, but he destroyed me. And when I sent him, he had a do, and he wanted a party before he died. So I went along to the party, sitting there, and he gave me a good chance. I just said to him, you don't miss nothing, well. You don't miss a bloody thing, you know what I mean? Because half of it's a pain in the ass being in a pop band. I said, and to be honest with you, I said, I wish I would have stayed with the Vikings. And according to his daughters, he made his world, he made saying that to him. You know what I mean? But I mentioned it as well, because often time about your dreams of doing, when you get there, it's completely different. You know, like Steve Gibbons said years ago, he got his Tulane in the charts, and somebody shouted to him, all right, Steve, you don't talk to us now, do you? And he said, that was a sudden jump. What changed? And what changed is their attitude towards you, not your attitude towards them. They're the ones that get this, can't talk to you, or you're a big star now. You don't get that. So that was it. But anyway, went to his funeral and he had a good send-off, and it was great. But the other person I wanted to mention, to give respects to, is Mickey Sheridan, Bonk Sheridan. The voice is beginning to go out. But he was such a nice guy, he wished at least. I've seen him actually at Wallace funeral. But yeah, he's a lovely guy. And he's a fucking talented guy, man. He kept going all them years, and he just didn't get the right breaks. That was the problem. But he deserved to make his, what you call it, if he did have happened for him, because, you know, hard-working guy, man.
Yeah, he is, and a very nice guy as well. I've interviewed him
Mm-hmm.
a few years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and also, I mean, he was very kind to me. He sent me an invite to a big birthday party that
Oh,
he
yeah.
had, and all the musicians were there, that I admired, and
Jeff Lynne was there.
Jeff was there, got up on stage, played with them, and the Idle Race guys as well.
He's a well-respected guy, man.
Yeah, I mean, you must have known the Idle Race as well.
Oh, I
Back
knew
in the
you
60s.
all knew that when that was more Sheridan Nora
Yeah,
as well. Roger Spencer and Dave
Dave Pritchard.
Clark, good kid, Dave.
Yeah,
And Greg.
Greg Masters.
Yeah, bass player.
Yeah.
And that's another one. Mind you, I should think now they're getting quite a bit of recognition now.
Yeah.
In America especially.
Yeah.
I mean, Jeff Band's first group.
Yeah.
And the first album was fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was brilliant, you know.
Yeah.
But the one for me tops them all is The King.
Oh, right.
Danny King.
Danny King, yeah.
Yeah. He infused me and Chris when we were young kids. And we joined, he put the enthusiasm
Yeah.
into being in a rock and roll band. And he done it with so many different people. And really, he deserves the recognition. I mean, when Froggy died, I got all the different songs on YouTube and listened to them. And there was a great song called Birmingham Rain.
Yeah.
And I'd never heard it before.
Mm.
And I sat listening to it, and Froggy, towards the end, starts giving, don't explain nothing, he just says it. And he goes, Carl Wayne, Bev Bevan, Ace Kefford, Roy Wood, Trevor Burton, The Move. Then there's Bloody Blues, but he just says the names of the guys who was in the band.
Yeah.
So it gets about halfway through, and he says, and Regin Chris Jones. So he just says the name, nothing more than that. And he goes on, I burst into tears.
Yeah.
Or something on there. I thought, somebody's fucking acknowledged, giving them some fucking praise. They're both dead now. But, and they're my two uncles. I'm not saying that because of my two uncles. They were fucking great. John Bonham stayed with Reg and Chris. And John Bonham lived at my grandmother's for years, well, months or whatever, because John was with the White Life with Chris and Reg for about 2 years, man. And I said to John, after he met him with Led Zeppelin, I said, why did you just stay with Reg and Chris? He said, I love Reg and Chris. He said, they were amazing. He said, I loved them. I loved playing with them. He said, and I really believed that we were going to crack it. They were going to get famous. And he says, for a start, he says, they were different to other bands in Birmingham. And they got John on drums, and they got a fantastic bass player in Dave Pegg, and they got Chris and Reg. And he said they were like a heavy version of the Everly Brothers. Because Chris and Reggie's harmonies, well, they are brothers, so he clicked on, and that was great. You know what I mean? I'd just like to add at the end now, if there's anybody out there that's got any memories of Reg and Chris Jones or played with them in one of the groups I was in, or got any tapes or pictures or anything, because me and Martin are going to compile a sort of, on his Jerry Bottom Clinic page, a tribute to Reg and Chris. Because after hearing that on Froggy's song, it hit me really hard, and I bet there's a few people out there who will it's just as hard. They were well beloved, well played as a band. And so if there's anything you think you've got which would be important to Martin for Cherry Blossom Clinic on Reggie Chris Jones, just give him a call, send it to him or speak to him or whatever you do. Text him. Okay, say it?
Yeah, well, cheers for that then. I think we've covered most of your life.
I think so. I think
Even
you've just,
between that one and the
Eh?
one we did 10 years ago.
I think you've just lived it, haven't
We might have duplicated a few things, but
Yeah.
listen, it's been great getting to know you these past 10 years.
Yeah. It gives me a chance to get off my chest,
Yeah,
especially about people getting the wrong end of the stick. And they can't help it, but people don't realise once they say things or it's down on tape, fans or they're taking us understood that it's real. Well, now you've had the truth from the horse's mouth, then.
yeah. Well, I do pass on any messages I get to
Yeah,
you because I know
yeah.
you're not really keen on people contacting you yourself, but you would prefer it to go through me anybody. that
Well,
wants
we
to.
do. This is how we work, Martin.
Yeah.
It's a good way of working, man.
Yeah,
Because I don't have to give no explanations and, hurt anybody or let them down or anything.
yeah,
If we keep it this way.
yeah, yeah.
And I don't want to do that, obviously.
Well, listen, this for the next 10 years. Maybe we'll do another one in,
Might do it.
2034.
If you're still there.
Anyway, thanks a lot, Ace. Goodbye to everybody out there. Hope you found it all quite interesting. And if not, well, doesn't really matter, does it?
Nah. It's all life.